Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Seven today, playing some Halo 4 on Simplex. You got a cup of coffee, got a stick of cheese, and I thought I'd sit down and talk to you guys today. And as of recently, been taking a class, philosophy, at my school, and it's a fantastic class. So many mind-blowing concepts, and lately we've been watching a movie, or we watched a movie called Pay It Forward, which introduced the concept Pay It Forward, which is just pure goodness. It is. I highly recommend you should I highly recommend watching this movie. You should definitely check it out. And basically, what the concept is that you do a good deed for a person, and they'll do a good deed for someone else. Is basically, and the way it should be, or the way it introduced it, is that you do a good deed for 3 different people, and it was introduced as like a big favor kind of deal. But I'll get into that. So you do a big favor for 3 different people, and then each one of them does a big favor for 3 different people, and it just kind of branches out and keeps going, and it's just so everybody starts doing good deeds for other people and not themselves. And personally, I think it's not about the big favor. I think it's about the thought, just the fact that you wanted to help somebody no matter what it was. Just even if it wasn't even that big, as long as you made their day, their week, maybe even their life, that's what matters. And it's just pure goodness. And it's just doing something nice for somebody else, and and you shouldn't expect anything in return if you do something nice for someone, if you offer. And it's just, you just, when they ask to repay you, you just say, pay it forward. And then they do something nice for 3 different people. And it's just that concept of doing something nice for someone and not expecting anything in return, and you do get something in return. That's the thing, you do get something, and that is how do I explain? It's just like that you made someone's day, that they're like their gratefulness, that they're just really happy, or you put them in a really good mood, or you help them out like big time. It's just that's like the point of it. And some people might think, well, if I'm not getting paid back, or I'm not getting such and such in return, it's not worth it. But it's definitely worth it, and I've learned that. And basically, when we learned about this concept, this is like Nathan Elias in a nutshell. And if you're watching this, Nathan, when we learned about this, I thought about you and what you did a lot. And Nathan is just, I don't even know if he knows about this concept. He might, but he did something for me, and I really appreciate it. And I would like to think that I paid back, or I paid it forward. I would like to think that I paid it forward to other people, because I mean, you don't even have to think about it either. At first I had to think about it, all right, what can I do? What kind of favor can I do for 3 different people? But really, it should become more natural. You should just naturally just want to help people out. And that's the whole point of this, because in the world we live in today, it's a lot different than it used to be. And I think if this concept really got introduced, the world could be a lot different. And one of the ways I paid it forward was, oh man, I don't remember how many days ago it was, but basically what I did was I took my dad's car and I filled it with gas because it was really low. And he was getting up in the morning, and it was snowing, and it's been snowing recently, which sucks. The weather was fine, it was kind of cool. It was that fall and just, normal, just kind of on the edge of cold weather, and then it just dropped, and we started getting snow. I'm like, all right, done. And anyways, what I did is I filled his car with gas. One morning it was sleeting, snowing, it was really cold out, and he walked up to the car, and he's like, oh man, the tank's full, I'm gonna have to go refill it, that's gonna suck because I gotta go out in the cold and everything and do this. And he got in the car, and he saw it had gas, and it just made him happy. He knew that I did it, which isn't really what I necessarily wanted, just the fact that I did something nice for him, because I do appreciate my parents, and I wanted them to know that. So that's what he did, and he really did appreciate it. He thanked me, and it wasn't a huge favor, alright? I mean, that's not a huge favor. In the movie, it's actually about a little kid, in 6th grade or something like that. And one, he helps a drug addict get back on his feet, cleaned up, get a job, everything like that. And another one is he helps out his teacher, and I don't remember that. We watched that a while back, and it's just that you could do a big favor. Yes, do a big favor if you have the chance, but you don't always have the opportunity to do this big favor. It doesn't always pop in your mind because it's not something you constantly think about until after you watch the movie or after you learn about the whole concept, then you start thinking about it more. But if you've never heard of it, you'd never think about this. Or I never did, but maybe that's just kind of the person I am, I guess, which sucks. Sorry, it is early in the morning, so I need to drink my coffee to wake up. And it's just, even if it's not a big deed, and just doing something nice for somebody, making their day, like I said, is just, it's so, like, the way you make them feel, or the way they feel after you did something for them is just totally worth it. It's just like knowing that you did something good for someone else instead of doing something for yourself or being selfish is just, there's just something about it. It just makes you feel so good, you know? And it's really just a great concept. And I really encourage you guys to try and pay it forward. I don't really know. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to see, because I only consider it one right now, one time I paid it forward, if that. And I'm just going to keep going, seeing what else I can do for other people to make their day. And if they ask to pay me in return, I'm just going to say pay it forward. And that's what I encourage you guys to do. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to cost a ton of money or anything. You don't even have to spend any money. Just as long as it's the thought that counts, really. And there's a lot of people that I know now that are really trying to embrace this, and it's really cool. And not maybe in like a year I'll completely forget about it, but as of right now, I'm gonna do my best to do whatever I can to help somebody else. And once again, I want to thank you, Nathan. And really, that's all I've got, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you guys later.